Hello. So here's an altered book project that turned into more than this book, a timely invitation. I created this altered book in early 2020 for an art exhibit in South Haven, Michigan. I developed a children's story around the theme of setting stones. That was the theme we were given. So I decided on an altered book, paint, paper layers, paper piecing, ink, markers, stamping. That made up all the illustrations, and the text was printed on transparent deli paper and glued over the layers. So, very fun. Next altered book project. I was creatively stretched to develop a storyboard for the illustrations with different perspectives and close-ups. But I was pleased with how it came out. Especially my mama dragon with her eggshell scales. She was a load of fun. So the more of this book came when I was encouraged to publish the story. So in early 2021, I decided to go for it. That meant reworking and expanding the illustrations. It meant dipping my toes into the publishing world, which was a whole new realm for me. A ton of work, but the final result was to hold in my hands a hardcover copy of my work. So it involved doing individual pages as individual artwork. So this was my cover art. There was an expanded illustration from the original book. Here was another one. So it meant a lot more drawing and artwork than the original. And, I had already done it once. So it was a commitment, but it was very fun to do it. And like I said, the end result was to have a hardcover copy of my book. Oh, sorry about the ring. In my hands. And that was something I've always wanted to do, is to publish a book. So, a timely invitation for Lou and Owen. Once upon a time, deep in a wooded glen surrounded by lush green mountains, there was a tiny village. This village was so small and so remote that it never got a visitor, not even a passerby asking directions. Longing to be discovered, the villagers decided to build a welcoming sign, a sturdy one set firmly in the ground with great stones that would catch a visitor's eye. They'd post it at the nearest crossroad in hopes potential visitors would see it and want to stop in. So a party was immediately sent out to find the perfect stones. Many stones were found, but none seemed right. Until at last, in the forest nearby, the search party stumbled upon a mound of large stones so unique and so ideal for their use they couldn't believe their luck. "Oh, look how beautiful and shimmery these stones are," said one of the villagers. "They're oddly bumpy, yet smooth, too," observed another, running a hand over one of the stones. Sniffing the air, a third villager exclaimed, "Smell that? It's like our roasting fires at home. That smell would surely attract visitors to our village." Yet another said, "Listen, it almost sounds like, is that breathing?" A sudden rustling in the trees startled the group, and they would surely have run off in fright had they not heard a warm, friendly voice say, "Thank you for your lovely compliments about my dear little ones. I'm quite proud of them myself." The villagers were frozen with shock. Towering a dozen feet over them was a glorious dragon. "These aren't stones," they stammered. "They're dragon eggs," screamed the now quaking villagers. "Oh, please don't be frightened," coaxed the dragon. "You're just in time, I think. My little ones are due to arrive any moment now." And sure enough, little pecking sounds could be heard coming from the mound of eggs. "Look," invited the dragon. First small cracks, then larger ones appeared on the egg surfaces. Soon the cracks gave way to little holes where tiny snouts, miniature wings, and thin spiked tails began to poke through. The villagers relaxed and watched in awe as one by one the baby dragons hatched. Delighted as they had been to witness such a momentous occasion, they now glanced down upon the nest of broken eggshells and sighed, "Oh, looks like our search is back on for the perfect stones." "Perfect stones?" inquired the dragon, and the villagers explained to her their need. As she gathered up her new babies to head back into the forest, the dragon sifted through the shell fragments with her tail and offered, "If these will do, you may have them. My babies no longer need them to keep warm inside their eggs." Looking down, the villagers were astounded to see several large, multifaceted stones revealed among the broken shells. Glistening and glittering were colors of deep mossy green, night sky blue, warm golden amber, pale violet, blood red, and purest white. "The most perfect stones ever," cried the villagers. Grinning happily and arms laden with the glittering stones, the villagers thanked the dragon for her generosity, bid goodbye to her tiny brood, and returned home. For many years thereafter, the village prospered and grew, for all who saw the stunning welcome sign couldn't resist at least a lengthy visit. Forest Glen View, visitors and dragons welcome. The end. Thanks for coming along. See you next time.